right, everyone. So today we're talking about artist William Wendt. He was one of the most important artists to live and work in Laguna Beach. So local to those of you down in Orange County, he was born in Germany and he immigrated to the United States in 1880, settling in Chicago. He and his wife, sculptor Julia Bracken, then moved to Los Angeles in 1906 and then built a studio and home in Laguna Beach in 1918. And it was the combination of his consistency, confidence, experience, and of course, impressive painting skills that almost instantly made Wendt the leader of Southern California's emerging visual arts culture. He spent much of his life painting the California landscape, and his prominence earned him the title the Dean of Southern California Artists. Many of his paintings feature lush trees, rolling hills, and a beautiful sense of atmosphere, as seen here with gentle evening vindeath. Here we can see another hillside landscape called Head of Amarillo Canyon. And in this piece, he really plays with the contrast of light and shadow, where these yellows and oranges really abruptly turn into dark purples and dark greens. And he's often referred to as a California impressionist because of his en plein air painting and his small brushstrokes. But of course, his subject matter was unique to Southern California. The Cup of Gold can be looked at as a painting split in three. Up top is the bright yellow speckled sky, indicative of the blinding and blazing California sun. The middle of the piece features hillsides dotted with farmland and forests, and the forefront and main focus of the painting is the bright orange field of wild poppies, California's state flower. As time goes on, we can see his style changing slightly. Higher Altitudes was painted in 1916, and Impressionism was evolving, and so was Wendt's style. We don't see those classic small brushstrokes here. What we do see is a clear back, middle, and foreground. And Wendt's technicality of painting garnered him recognition and respect amongst his peers. His personal painting style was a combination of Impressionism and academicism. Here's a very colorful piece of his, and the eye is drawn mainly to the bright green foliage and the pops of electric blue kind of peeking out between the greenery. And we can still recognize this blending of small brushstrokes, but if we think about larger art movements and trends during 1919, the Fauvists come to mind. Of course, they were concentrated in Europe, but Wendt also started playing with brighter colors in his work as well. Growing up in Los Angeles, this piece recalls many beachside hikes that I've taken in my life. Wendt features the gargantuan eucalyptus trees that are found throughout Southern California, and here the trees frame his oceanfront landscape. This piece contrasts the dry chaparral environment with the vast, sparkling Pacific Ocean. Lupin Patch features these rolling hills and lush growth of blue bush lupins, a native flower that can be spotted from Sonoma County all the way down to Southern California. The flower usually blooms more white, but once it's pollinated, it turns darker hues of purple and blue. So clearly this lush field of flowers has been pollinated. Here we can see kind of an amalgamation of colors and textures in Evening Calm. Towards the later years of Wendt's career, his brushstrokes get increasingly distinct, and it's unknown whether this was a creative choice or perhaps because maybe a shakier hand as he aged, but this piece showcases the colors of the sunset reflected on the hillside. Again, with a grove of trees in 1933, we can see these very visible brushstrokes, as well as a variety of native trees and foliage. Wendt earned many honors and awards throughout his life from the Art Institute of Chicago, the National Academy of Design, and the California Art Club. And he was actually a founding member of the California Art Club, or CAC, and served as their president for 6 years. And an interesting fact is that as the original members aged and passed away, the membership was then filled with younger professional painters from California, including Millard Sheets, our artist from last week's Art Talk. And the CAC and William Wendt were credited with coining the term California plein air painting. Thanks, everyone.